All right, all right. This is a last minute video, but it's going to be a good one. So, hello. If you are someone who is an aspiring entrepreneur, a fellow entrepreneur, you're already in the mix, and you're looking for just a little bit of extra behind the scenes about different business things or different softwares or things that you want to try out, then welcome. This is a great space for you. Today, and every day, every Tuesday, I don't know if I'm going to do it every Tuesday, but the goal of this is to talk shop. Let's talk shop. So if you are an entrepreneur, a fellow entrepreneur, this is this space for you to be. Today, I want to talk about collaborations. Now, if you're here, first and foremost, say hello. I would love to say hello to you. Um, and I should say hello by first saying hello for myself. So, hey, I am Rashida, your dream strategist, and I do have a business. I have a coaching business. I also have a business consulting business that I work with, and I also have a product business. So, I got a wide range of things that I'm doing right now. And within those three things, I probably can help you figure out a way to start and scale your business in a way that feels in alignment with what you want rather than just building the business that everybody else seems to say you need to have. So, if that's your vibe, then welcome. I'm glad you're here. When I'm not talking about business stuff, I'm talking about how to create a life that you love, the soft life that you want, and how to quit being a strong Black woman, especially while you're building your business. Because listen, the main reason that you started building your business so that you can have lifestyle freedom, so that you can have the life you want. And I realized really early, if I didn't make good decisions about how I built my business, I would allow my business to burn me out just as fast as some of the working on corporate America. So I wanted to do it different, and I'm sharing some of those things as I go. Okay. All right. Now, I should also say, if you are looking for the 7-day self-care reset, that's not this video. That video is coming out tomorrow morning and Thursday. Okay. You should be over on Giovanna's channel right now. Okay. All right. So let's get back to it. Today, we're talking about how to build amazing collaborations. So, the one thing that I have found with collaborations is that the best way to really get an amazing collaboration is to one, know like what is your major theme that you want to talk about in your business. And then you go and find other people who are in your target audience or people who speak to your target audience. And you look through their content and see if they have topics that relate to what you want to talk about, and see if they, even if it's not your exact topic, it might be something that they bring their expertise, but it's from your audience's perspective, and that makes it super amazing. Hey D, so glad you got a chance to join. Again, I told y'all I had this question. I meant to do it while I was in Denver last week, and I forgot because of the time change. So I'm doing it today. And then next week, D, we're still gonna talk about Tidy Cow next week. So thank you for asking me that. I'm going to make sure I do that. So, yes, getting into how to find good collaboration. So that was what I was saying, and Dee's a great person that I've done a collaboration with. So the way it worked was we knew what passion topics that we had, and then we said, well, how can we intermingle those passion topics to have a conversation about it together? And that created this beautiful conversation that we come together from different perspectives, and you get to have this really fun conversation. So the way that I love to start with doing that, when I first started looking for collaborations, I just created a list of people, creators on YouTube that I was like, oh, I really love their content. And then I added that into ClickUp. Now I'm going to show you the real behind the scenes. I also need to tell you, um Stephanie Perry, I'm a shout out to her. And I know she has plenty of videos. I don't know if she has videos to do collaborations, but she definitely has a challenge where she teaches you how to do collaborations. And that's where I learned it from. So if you're looking for more detailed coaching on this, make sure you go ahead and sign up for her next collaboration. I'll make sure to put that down in the description. That being said, here is how I manage mine. So I'm going to change my screen so that I can show you my behind the scenes, and I'm going to talk through it as I go. All right, I'm gonna leave the comments box open, and I am going, so what I'm opening up right now is I'm opening up my project management system. I personally use ClickUp, but you can use anything from Airtable to Asana, Trello. There are so many different Notions. There's so many different project management systems that you can use. And that would give you somewhere to track who you want to do collabs with. Um, when you do the videos, where you are at in the process, all of those different things. Now, I can also say you don't need to be this detailed. This is just how I operate because I don't do well without a good system. That's the INTJ in me. That's my Myers-Briggs. So that's why I have this here. So the way I have it set up is like under my marketing tab, I have a YouTube video planning tab, which is slightly different, but I have a partner outreach, and these two tabs work together because the partner outreach is like when I want to pitch to different people, and I keep the list of that, and then when I actually make the video, then I put that in the YouTube video planning. So I have a whole list. I have a list of people that I've already done collabs with. I have people that I've done interviews with, but I haven't finished all the post tasks because I need to get me a an editor to help me do some work, and I haven't figured that out yet. You can see where I have completed interviews. I've completed quite a few of them and posted them. And then there's some that I'm scheduling, and then some that I'm pitching, and some that I'm still very much in the process of doing. And so you can see all of the different phases that I go through based on my process. Now let me see. Please, y'all, if you have questions, tell me in the chat. That'll make it easier too. Now, the other way to look at this is to look at it like a Kanban board. Now, I don't usually have it set up. I don't have it set up that way here because that's just not how I work on this. But a Kanban looks more like this. So you see how this has the different columns, and you can kind of move. You kind of move the what is that called, the card from one column to the other. These are also very nice because if you have any images, so like when I put thumbnails in from the videos, I can see them here, and it makes it a little bit more recognizable. But this is how I set it up in ClickUp, because this is what makes it easier for me. I have to be honest too, not everything gets organized and ClickUp. I'm gonna show you why in a minute. Because I have a couple different things. So, like I said, I start with putting somebody's name. If I see somebody and I'm like, oh, I would love to do a collaboration with them. Maybe I saw them on Instagram and they saw a post that they did, and I love that topic. This is where it makes it a little easier to find collaborations. Look for topics of things that you already love to topic about, or you feel like your audience would already feel connected to, and then find influencers, find people who talk about that topic, and then you can pitch it to them. I mean, you can also do it the other way around, but sometimes you might end up with a person that doesn't have a topic that you inherently would talk about, or you have to be really creative on how that topic and your target audience, how that would intermingle. And you might have to use maybe like ChatGPT or something to help you come up with some ideas that will allow those two to come together. But all of those options work. Okay. So yes, once I put them in here, then every Tuesday, so today, let me go, now I'm gonna head over to my planner. So I have a recurring task that every week I work on writing pitches. So every Tuesday, I'm gonna go to next week's because I moved some things around this week. So you can see every week, these are some recurring tasks that I always do. One of them is that I work on YouTube collabs, and I try to send out 4 new pitches every week. But sometimes I'm sending out a new pitch and I'm following up on an old pitch, or and I might be writing an outline. But either way, it allows me to have a flow to continue to have new guests always getting scheduled and things like that. I'm almost at the place where I have a new collaboration every Monday. That's where I'm trying to get to. And I like to do them pre-recorded because YouTube favors pre-recorded videos over live streams. They're more likely to show your pre-recorded video to more people. And not only that, the editing for a collaboration is easy. It's usually like what I usually do is I kind of just like add the video of my outro on the end, and that's it. Like, and I can show you that too. So when I decide, as I'm setting things up, sometimes if I have to move a collab from one week to another, then I add it here, so that I know what four things I'm working on. So like I have this list written down right now. It's not in here, but it's in my planner, and I go and I just know these are the four collabs I'm working on. If I don't finish it, then I push it to next week to keep working on it, and that allows me to keep working on my YouTube collaborations as I go. Woo, y'all, this is a lot of information. I don't even think I realized I was going to tell you this much, but we're just going to keep going through it, okay? So then once I go through the collabs, and I've already started, I start with, okay, here's the name of that person. And then let's say, like I said, you can do it this way where you first start with the person. If you first start with the person, let me see. Let me see. Who's a good person? Who do I want to start with? Um, and see, this is why. Okay, let's just go with Stephanie Perry for now, as an example. So then I'm gonna come over to Stephanie's channel, and I'm gonna look through for topics that I feel are relatable to my audience, even if it's not exactly, even if I have to tweak it a little bit. At least it's in the same area. And so I'm actually gonna look at it based on her media channel for right now. I'm gonna look through the different thumbnails, and I'm gonna find some that are interesting, and then I'm gonna watch it, and then from that I'm gonna create my pitch. Now Stephanie gives us a pitch outline. Did she give us a pitch outline? Or maybe I got a pitch outline from someone else. I can't remember who I got the pitch outline from. But I use that pitch and I send it to that person and I say, hey, would you be interested in doing a collaboration? Now, the other thing too is if I have them on Instagram, because sometimes I find people that I want to pitch, like Alicia, for example, that I want to pitch because I met them in person or I just saw a post that they did on Instagram. Instead of doing an initial pitch at first, it's usually because I saw a piece of content that I love from them, and I send them a message and I say, hey, I love this piece of content you just did. I would love to do a collaboration video with you. Would you be interested in that? And I can send that in the DMs. And then once they say yes, then I ask them for their email address and I send them a formal pitch that way. And I say, hey, this is what it's going to look like. Here's the topic. Here's my perspective on it. Do you have any thoughts about that? Okay, no, we're good. And then we schedule it. Okay. So I'm running through this. You're welcome to ask me additional questions. Um, if you have them. So then once they're like, yes, that through email, we decided that um we like that topic and we're ready to record. Then I have a scheduling link just for people who are collaborating because it's a different link. It's a different sign on than Zoom because I want them to sign on to Ecamm Live for us to do our video. So then they're brought here, they pick a time, and when they choose it, um then it's going to send them the scheduling link, and that's going to put it both on their calendar and my calendar in addition to the title. I like to put the title of what we're collaborating about, and actually I updated and I put the outline for the collaboration. I send that to them as well, as long as I'm not behind. Okay, so then now they've got their meeting invite. I've got or let me show you what I do for the outline. So when I do an outline for a collaboration, I have some templates that I use in Canva. There's two specific templates that I use. I use one that is a like a content template, and it's pretty much the flow of how I like my videos to go, plus a couple templates for the thumbnails. So I make my thumbnails first because that helps me ground what I'm going to talk about in the video. And then I go through and I do my outline. And I do my whole outline in Canva because it makes me have just bullet points so that I'm not reading. So I know what my hook is. I have my intro in here. Now I've said this enough that I can just say it off the cuff. And I usually now I don't even do my intro this early. I do it later. I don't do it until like the one of the last couple things I do. So I have my extended hook, my pain points, the whatever thing I kind of want to teach or get a takeaway that they want to have by the time I'm finished. Um, I have some like so now that's why I suggest you do XYZ. Like I'm leading them to what the next step is. We've talked about what was wrong. Now I want to help you know how to fix it. And then here's what happens if you don't fix it. And then here's again how to fix it. So I'm asking them if they want to download a freebie or if they want to do a session with me or whatever it is, whatever that is. And then the ending. And so that's all of it. And then I have this is my outro that I put into every video. So the difference, this is the outline that I use for a YouTube video. The difference between this and a collab, which let me open it. So this one is the one I'm doing with Alicia Gasaway, the same woman that I just talked about. I've already got some ideas of what I want my thumbnails to look like. So I have a couple different options here. I really want a picture of her, but I don't have one yet. So that's why I just kind of have something in there right now. But I know what titles I'm playing with or what text I'm playing with that I want to have on the thumbnail. And then as I go through here, I have my hook, my extended hook. I'm welcoming her. I like to still do a shout out, so I need to make sure I add that because I'm missing that in this video, in this outline. So I'm gonna fix that. And the shout out is so that YouTube knows how to kind of align your video with somebody else's and it helps it give it traction. So then I'm welcoming her on and then I'm talking about the pain points, but I'm asking her to give her opinion about these things. And then I have different questions and things for her to answer as we go through. And we're just going to have a conversation. And so that's generally how I do it. One of the other, let me show you another outline. Is this a good one? I know which one I'm looking for. Okay, I could use these outline. There's a specific one. It was one of my favorite interviews that I feel like I've been getting better at doing the interviews lately. And so I want to show you what that looks like. That was Shari, Danica. Danica, these yours is good too. But there's specifically okay, here it is. So I did this outline and I bet you it's not the questions aren't even in here. Nope, they are. Okay, good. I had a bunch of questions that I wanted to talk through with Whitney. And so I had the questions in here and it gave me like each kind of had a little bit of a heading of where that those questions were coming from. And we just had a conversation about it and I pulled out different points as we were talking. One of my favorite conversations that I've done recently, that video came out 2 weeks ago now. So now that you've seen the behind the scenes of it, now you can go and look at that video and see how that feels. But all of that to say, I did it in this, I did do it in Canva because it makes it less for me to look at when I'm trying to do the video and it allows me to kind of glance at it and get my question, but allow the conversation to keep going so that I don't have as much editing to do after we record. Okay, so now I've got the outline. Both of us are on Ecamm Live and we're doing the interview. It's great. It's mainly just talking. I rarely go back and do a lot of editing. Actually, by the time I go back and do editing, so I use Descript. Y'all are good, man. These are all the different things that I use. I want to make sure I answer this is opening. That's Descript is opening. Let me look at the question. Really needed to see this video today. I need more organization. Yay! I'm glad it's helpful. Let me know how I can help you. I mean, I have a template again in ClickUp. A template somewhere else. I can show you we could talk through what it looks like to do it in that one, because I think it's better to know what service you're using, because there's so many ways to skin a cat when it comes to getting software. So I want you to pick the easiest one, the one that fits in your budget, and then we could talk about how to make it work. Yay, I'm glad this is neat. Yes, I have organization galore, and I'm refining it. Like, I try not to do organization for the sake of organization. I like to do things that actually make it easier, and these are things that make it easier for me. If it wasn't making it easier for me, I'd be like, to heck with this, because I ain't got time for that. Okay. All right. So then, okay, so now I'm in Descript. Now Descript is always talking about it got a new version. I say, listen, can y'all not let anything stay? I guess not. I guess I'm glad that you're always updating it, but it's a lot. It's a lot. All right. So now Descript is okay. When I say I do minimum editing, I mean I do bare editing. So let's take the video that D and I just recorded not that long ago. I put it in, and it still has the name from when we recorded it. So I update it to let me know that it's D's video. And then you can see as I started, and I do the introduction where it's just me, and then I bring D in. That's the little bit of editing that I do here at the beginning. Then I listened to it the whole way through to see if there was any time during the conversation where we had to stop. And it's very rare, because we're just having a conversation, which makes it even easier. You don't feel like you're reading from a script or anything like that. And everything that's like, oh, let me look at my notes, that stuff feels normal, because it's two people having a conversation. So all of those things, I do all of that. And then once if I'm having any audio, listen, this is important. If you're having any audio issues, before you put the video in here, I would suggest you go over to this website. Listen, I'm sorry, this is way more information than you thought you were getting into. Sorry, not sorry. But I go into this website called Aphonic, and you can put your video in Aphonic and say there's a whole bunch of background noise or anything like that. It will clean all of that up. I had a collaboration with a woman named Mahogany. I haven't posted her video yet, and she was literally in a cafe, and in the back it was like, it was all of this noise. I put it in there like magic. Only thing you could hear was her voice. It is amazing. And you could do up to 2 hours a month for free. I've never had to pay for this. So it's been such a good resource for me to keep in my back pocket for when you're having issues with audio. That being said, um Descript does have a setting that will help fix that for you, but I don't. It's called Studio Sound. I don't love it unless I'm recording directly into Descript via Ecamm Live. So I wouldn't put too much stock in it. It's not bad, but it's not perfect either. Okay, so now my audio is good. I've done all my editing of the actual video. Then what I do is I have made a little outro, and I made this outro on Canva, okay? On Canva. So what I do is I add this little button right there, and that gives me this little extra what is it, extra clip at the end. And then I have this saved on my laptop, where my outro is the same outro that I do every single time, and it's also the same exact music that I do every single time. So now this is my outro. I'm uploading it into Descript. Once it uploads it, now I can add it as a layer to that little black spot that I had here. Now you can see it's added it at the end. It's a little bit too short. I like my outros to be the full 20 minutes. Oops, I made not 20 minutes, 20 seconds. Um, so that my end screen cards don't cover up the actual video from that I created. So I make this 20 seconds, because that's generally how long those cards are there. And then I just extend that clip the whole way over. Okay. Then once I do that, here's the next little thing I do. Like right here where we're like saying thank you and all of that stuff, I add another one of those slashes in. This is just Descript, by the way. and then I will come and add the stock music that I use every single time. And here's what I did. I said trap music. I wanted some black music, so I put in trap, okay? And from trap, I click show all, and then I have this same track that I use every time. It's called Blast. I add it in there, and it's going to add it in this spot right here. It takes a little second to add it. And then what I do is I let it fade in. So while we're doing our thank yous, thanks for being here, those last couple things, the music is fading in until it gets to that last part at the end. Let me tell you, that's all the editing I do. Like I said, I clean our conversation up a real little bit, because 9 times out of 10, it doesn't need a lot of cleaning up. I've already did the introduction. We've already done the CTAs. Like, I did all of that because I had it set up and ready when I created the outline. So now it's just a matter of doing these last little pieces on the end, and then I publish that bad boy to YouTube. I will say the other thing that I do is whatever video or piece of content that that person made that I wanted to like bounce off of, I make sure I try to pull my outline from their piece of content, but I always try to put it to my target audience's perspective. So my target audience is black women who want to quit being a strong black woman and who want to create a soft life. Those are the women that I want to speak to. So when I invited Marissa Price, to do a collaboration, I thought about the fact that one of her videos that I was like, oh, we need to talk about that. It was about social anxiety, and I was like, oh my gosh, how black women in this need to endlessly be strong so great, is like it so well connects to that topic. So that's what I use. And so I looked at that video to pull different questions, and I also took that and put that in Chat GPT and let that give me some questions too. So that's how I create my outline. Now, okay, again, I'm giving you more information that I thought I was going to give you, but here we are. The other thing that I started using is in Chat GPT, you can choose um different forms of Chat GPT, and I like Black Chat GPT because it has more cultural references. It's more likely to sound like our tone, and I have found it that I like it a lot. So there's Black Chat GPT, and there's also Black AI. So whenever I create an outline or whenever I'm pulling a video or doing research, I'm doing it all through that because that's how I've also taught this everything about my business. So before you start doing this, you do want to teach it, at least in AI. You do want to teach the AI about your business first and foremost, and then you keep the same thread. And as you're looking for different people to collaborate, you could even go in here and say, hey, who are 10 people that I should collaborate with about, and what would the topics be? And it will do research for you. This is why I like AI, because it will help refine some of your research for you. But say I already know that I want to do a video with D, I could put a couple of I could just put D's YouTube channel in here and say, I want to collaborate with D. What are 5 topics that I could talk to her about? And it's going to give me different ideas. And you still have to adjust it. Like, this is giving you a starting point. It's not going to tell you all the answers, but it's going to help refine your research, and it's going to help you giving a starting point so that you don't have to start from zero. Oh Lord, let me make sure y'all don't have any more questions, because I just got a whole lot of things on here. Okay? All right. OMG. I have a video from Spain that I thought we couldn't use. Thanks for the audio referral. Yes, please use it. Because I hate, man, I tell you, when I first started using video and my audio would be messed up, I would cry. Oh, I would cry because I'm like, I done worked too hard on this dang video and now I can't use it and I gotta record it again and I don't. Listen, that thing is worth it. Use it, use it, use it. I'm glad that that works. Hi, Leslyn. Girl, you ain't never got to apologize. You are not late. You are right on time. I love it. How do you get Black Chat GPT? Yes, let me show you that. So the way it shows up when you first start, this is how it's going to show up when you first come into here. Let me do it this way. When you first come into Lowe's, please. When you first come into Chat GPT, it's going to look like this. Okay, it's going to look like Chat GPT 4.0 or whatever. So you want to come up here and you want to click that down button. Now, if you don't already have these associated, you can click Explore GPT, and you're going to see that it's going to give you a whole bunch of different options. I'm going to help you circumvent that, okay? Instead, you're going to click this and you're going to search, and I just want you to put in black. It's going to take forever to search, and that's okay. Let it take forever. You can also, if you want to see a little bit more of what it's doing, click that explore first and then click black, and then type in black and hit search, okay? And then it's going to show, oh, look, it did it fast today. It doesn't always do it fast. But it's going to show you anything that says the word black in it. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to start seeing some things that you know was made for us. Now, specifically, I'm going to tell you to look for the one that's Black Chat GPT, because that was the one that was recommended to me. And I believe it was Teen. I believe it was Teen Zekas who told me about this. It might have been someone else. I can't remember. But I've used both Black Chat and I've used Black AI. Um, Black Chat GPT, this one here, has more reviews. So if that's something you're about, then use that one. But all of that to say, those are the two that I know for sure that work. Now this one at Black AI, this one has over 300. Um and so when you click on it, it's going to tell you insightful assistant on Black culture and hip hop entertainment, offering news, trends, respectful perspectives. It's letting you know this is the kind of one, this is the description of what this chat is going to look like. So this is the right place for to be, or for you to be. Then once you do that, you click start chat. Once you click start chat, it's going to allow you to start having conversations with it right here. But then once you close this, now when I refresh, I don't think it's going to show, it's not going to show immediately. But when I refresh my window, now it's going to show up in this drop down. Let me see if it's going to refresh for me. Okay, it's not refreshing right now. I'm going to have to close it and then come back in. But then it's going to show up in this list the same way these do. Okay. And you have to know that it's the one that you want it to be. It has to say, you need to see this at the top. It needs to be selected. That's how you know you're using the right one. Okay. Oh, Lord. Now, this was in the front of the screen the whole time. Hopefully that helped everyone. Okay, good. I'm glad that that was helpful. Hey, Giovanna, this is outside of our reset, but I promised I was supposed to do this. I was supposed to do it last week, and I'm just sharing. I'm just getting caught up. After this, I'm getting ready to record my self-care videos. I promise I'm on it. All right, so that's okay. So when I'm doing the collab, that's how I get my outline, and I use Black Chat GPT to help me refine my ideas and also make sure that I'm not being too shallow and I'm allowing our conversation to go deeper, because I really refined myself to just talk about one topic rather than skimming across a bunch of other topics. I think that's the other reason why I really love the outline that I had from Whitney, because I'm feeling myself get better at creating one topic that we go deep on rather than skipping across the double topics. Yes, girls. Listen, Giovanna has been so great because I'm doing the 7-day collab. This is the first time I suggested we did do it. And then I've been figuring things out up until the day we started it. And she's been so grateful, so graceful with me, which is the other thing I want to tell you about collabs. Don't feel bad to say, "Hey, I think this is how do I do it." I'm learning as I go. Like I have found, especially because I've been doing collabs with amazing Black women. As I'm figuring things out, they have so much grace, and do that. Like allow yourself to take the cape off, allow yourself to make mistakes. Maya and I had to record 3 times because Maya had technical difficulties and different things for Exodus Summit. Yeah, like there's space for mistakes, and like don't listen. This is where I want you to feel human. The organization that I have is not because this is the best way to do it. I'm just showing you what I do, because it's tricks of the trade that allow me to make this work. Okay, let me think. Okay, so now that I've done the pre-research, I downloaded the video, I did the editing, I published it directly from composition is over an hour. It doesn't usually say that. See, they keep changing stuff on it doesn't it's never been a problem about it being in over an hour before. Okay, so I don't even know what that means. That must mean that they have changed the dang payment setup. So I need to go figure that out. Either way, okay, I've chosen to be YouTube. I don't usually fiddle with too much here. I just sign into YouTube and let it post to publish to YouTube. Then when it publishes, I go over to YouTube and I make updates in the background. So I come into my studio and I just update the title and all of those different things right here. Um, there's a lot of different things that you should know about how to set this part up, and I think you guys would know all of that part. But here's the other thing that I want to remind you about doing a collaboration. After you finish doing your collaboration and you post it, there are some simple things that you want to do for promotion. For example, I have a whole list. It's easier for me to remember the list. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you the list because it don't make me remember anything. My memory is no, I don't like to remember anything. Okay. So anytime that I post a video, regardless of whether it's a collaboration, a live stream, um or just a pre-recorded video, I always go back and like the video. I write a comment on it in the comment section and I pin that comment. I like the comment and I heart the comment on top of that. All of this is adding engagement to the video. I watch the video the whole way through one good time. I create a post in the community on YouTube. Then I share it to Facebook. I share it to LinkedIn. And what I usually do is the comment that I put on the video, I adapt that for Facebook. I adapt it for LinkedIn, for Pinterest. For Pinterest, you're just posting it. You don't usually have to have a comment or anything. For Threads, I create a thread to post. I add it to my link in bio because that's where I share my videos as well. I'm actually thinking about changing that, but that's where I share it to right now. And my goal that I haven't finished either is that I want to have a highlight that has all the videos that I've posted as well. Because the other thing that I do, which is down here, I get on my stories and I say, "Hey y'all, this is what the today's video is. Here's what it's about. Here's the link for you to watch." And I like to show them the thumbnail as well because I want them to be intrigued by the all the things. And I give them the link back to YouTube so that my Instagram people will see it as well. I send it out on my newsletter. Now, here's the thing about the newsletter. If I post a YouTube video on Monday and I have my uh live stream on Friday, I don't send an email for each one of those. I just send it all in that one week. So any videos that I've created in the last week get sent in that next Wednesday's newsletter, in addition to some other value that I've been putting in there. Like I've had content from Marissa Price. That's another way to collab. That's the other thing I want is there's multiple ways to collab. You can do a week-long collaboration like Giovanna and I are doing. You can have different people in your newsletter to have different things that are connecting to your target audience's interests. Even if it's not your own content, you're still serving them in a well-rounded way. So that's another way to collab. I've been looking for a travel person that I can start putting their content in my newsletter and plus some other things. Okay. So other ways to collaborate. But you want to think about what are the things that your audience want to read about, or the other way that you want to think about it. I talk about life coaching. I talk about long-term vision. I talk about um re like reestablishing your identity beyond work. Those are my topics. But in the process of life, there are some other services that will help them as well. Before me, they 9 times out of 10 will work with a therapist. So that's why I do collaborations with therapists because therapists are in the lifespan of what people are going to need from me. Then on the flip side, I have people that want to things that they'll want to do after working with me. That's where Exodus Summit comes in. That's where travel comes in. That's where hobbies are a part of my thing as well. But anything that is like something that I'm helping my clients aspire to do, they need to be in my vicinity too. So you see how I'm pulling from those two sides as is different collaborations to be a part of my content, because I'm pulling in people and I'm showing them where they're going as well. Okay. The other couple places that I post to any communities that I'm a part of. So I post to Exodus Summit every Wednesday, any videos that I've created. I'm a part of another YouTube community. I post there. I'm a part of a entrepreneur community. I post there. So I have all of these different places that I promote my content to, because it's not just about creating the content, it's about also promoting it to different places, so that you keep bringing people to your channel. So, y'all, that was a lot of information. Let me go back and see what questions you have. And then I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I think if there's any more questions, let me know. I am happy to answer them. Oh, yeah, Jennifer, you caught a lot. Did you see my message in our group? I got a collaboration I'm pitching you for. So you need to send me your information so I can forward it on, okay? I'm so glad that you got a chance to join for our live as well. Oh, good. I'm glad that it feels simple and smooth. I gave you like all the different pieces, and I hope that that makes it easy. Yeah, if you need more help with this, there is always the 90-minute intensive, and you don't need to do that. If you have a specific question and you're just like, hey, can you just answer that question? Let me know. I'm starting to add a list of like every Tuesday, I'm going to come on here and talk about a topic. Next week, I'm going to talk about Tidy Cow. Because D asked me about that, and it's a great alternative to Calendly and some of the other schedulers, and I'm going to tell you why. So make sure you catch me next week. If there are other topics that we want to talk about, I'll keep answering them as we go. But if you're like, girl, I ain't trying to wait for you to get to my topic. I just want you to get on this phone call and tell me and like help me work through my jazz so I can be ready to go. Then that's cool. I get it. I've had some clients do that too. If that's the case, go ahead and head to my workwithme.yourdreamstrategist landing page. On there, there is a link for a 90-minute intensive. When you sign up for that, you tell me what you want to talk about or what you're trying to figure out, and I will make sure I have it prepped, and then we'll get on the phone call. We'll talk about all the things. And my goal is to have you all set up by the time we finish the call in 90 minutes. Especially if you're good at picking something specific. If you pick something broad, we might not be able to get that far. Let me rephrase that. We'll get a lot done. I might not get to the point where I help you set up everything, but I'm definitely going to have a whole list of here's what you need to do, here's how you need to do it. If you got follow-up questions, let me know. So that's what would be next for you. So again, I hope this is helpful. My goal is every Tuesday to do Let's Talk Shop Tuesdays. I think that'll be a lot of fun, where we talk about the behind the scenes of setting up business and what it looks like to do so. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. You can email them to me at Rashida at your dream, or Rashida. Lord have mercy. See, this is when the Black American comes out instead of the Nigerian American, because I'm tired. Rashida at yourdreamstrategist.com. You can email me and tell me what the topic is. You could also post in the comments on the bottom of this video. That's probably the preferable way, because I'll get a notification, whereas an email can get lost. So post it on the comments, and then we'll talk about it next week or the week after that. I'll start putting it in the schedule, and we'll start talking shop, and I'll help you get it all figured out. So yay, Giovanna, I'm glad to know this was good information. I don't want to gatekeep. I have been doing this for a while, and I've made a lot of mistakes, and I've tried a lot of different systems, and it's not that any one system is right or wrong. It's figuring out what's going to work for you. And that's what I want to help you do, because when you figure out something that works for you, it's not hard to use. It's easy to use. It flows well. You have no problem getting things done. And that's a good thing. So that's what I want to help you do. I just booked my call finally. Yeah. So Yes. You can also too. So there's a 90-minute call, and then there's a 20-minute virtual coffee date. So if you want to just be like, I just gotta, I don't know, I don't know where to start. Can we just talk? Then sign up for a virtual coffee date. So, all right, y'all. If you didn't get a chance to say hello in the chat, take a second and say hello. I would love to know that you're here. If you have any final thoughts, let me know that. If you have any ideas for the next one, let me know. I'm getting ready to do the countdown that I like to do on Freedom Fridays. And then I will see y'all tomorrow morning when I post the video. Now, we're talking about collabs. I'm in the middle of a collaboration, a 7-day collaboration with me and Giovanna. Tomorrow is day number 4 of the self care reset, and I'll be posting that video on our channel. Make sure you head to my playlist because I got Giovanna's other videos in there too. So you could get today's video from Giovanna and the one from yesterday too. Okay, that's it. I'm tired of telling. I'm not gonna tell y'all no more information. Thanks for being here, y'all. Is the music playing? The music's supposed to be playing when I put this up here. I can't even tell. Lord have mercy. It is. It's playing. Okay, good. All right, y'all. Let me look through these one more time. I'm so excited. Okay, good. I'm glad it's playing. I'm glad this was helpful. I'll keep doing it. Let's Talk Shop Tuesday. Let's Talk Shop Tuesdays. I promise I could talk. Yes. I like for it to be smooth and simple. Okay, good. Yay, Jennifer, I'm so glad you got a chance to join today. And Giovanna, you too. Especially because you know how crazy I done been lately, girl. Thanks for your grace. Collaborations, yes. This is so helpful and right on time. I've been wanting to do collabs. Yes, girl, do it. The best thing that has ever happened to my business has been doing collaborations. I should have said that at the beginning. The best thing that has ever happened to my business has been doing collaborations. Do not skip on this. Do collaborations, ladies. It is worth it. Okay. Y'all have a good day. I will see y'all tomorrow morning when the video comes out.